I don't care about the other girls you date, and I care about me and how you treat me, and I care about how the date that we're on goes. I don't care about the other girls you're seeing. Show me what you're going to be like with me. Give me the respect I deserve. Give me the attention I deserve. If you know me, you know I like attention. I don't even play about it. Call me, text me, hug me, kiss me, just hold me, just be there. I want to enter your skin. If I like you, I want to crawl into your skin. I want to go in your jumper and stay there, okay? And I'm not even shy about it. Honestly, the older I get, I'm just so much more confident in who I am and what I want. If you don't want that, leave.
I saw him first. He's all mine. You can't have him. No, I saw him first. I saw him first. I saw him first. Now have several seats.
Hi everyone, hi, welcome back to my podcast, and if you're watching on YouTube, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Angie and this is episode 48, I think, of I Saw Him First podcast. If you notice, this is a different setup again. I'm just changing things up and moving around my room to see what works and what sticks. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started. So, what are you looking for? Tell me about yourself. I feel like both questions can be used in a job interview and on a date, right? In my experience, in my recent experience, whenever a guy asks very early on, so what are you looking for? So I'm talking before the actual date, when you're just texting, and if it's one of the first things it says, red flag. And I don't even want to I don't want to make a video that's all about red flags or icks or whatever. But in my experience, it's happened at least 2 times where very early on a guy's been like, so what are you looking for, by the way? You know, what are you even looking for? They phrase it in a way that sounds very sus, very, very suspicious. And then they kind of go off of what you say. And I don't really always say relationship because, first of all, we all know men run away when they hear that word. That's like trying to scare them off, right? Unless, of course, they have a relationship prompt thing, if they chose that they're looking for a relationship in their bio. Even that I don't really trust, if I'm being honest. But yeah, I feel like that's the only time when I've said, yeah, I think, we're looking for a relationship. But besides that, if they've got nothing on their bio, they're like, I'm not sure, I always give an answer that's not like straightforward, because at the end of the day, and this is why I don't like it when men are like, oh, why do girls always try to get into relationships? Yeah, I'm ready for a relationship, but if it's with the right person, duh, like that goes without saying, doesn't it? Do you get what I mean? The question is, what do you think you're ready for? Are you actually ready for a relationship? Like, do you actually want it? Or are you just saying, I feel like, I don't know, maybe guys are just looking for some miraculous girl that's just going to change their mind about everything. And, some girl that's going to blow them away and they just would be so obsessed with her that they wouldn't have any other choice but to be in a relationship with her. I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know if I'm making sense. But I feel like maybe guys are looking for some girl out of nowhere that's going to tick all the boxes and just blow their minds, right? And then they will be in a relationship. That's not how it works. In my experience, you have to want it. Like, you actually have to get to a point where you think, oh, it would actually be nice to have someone. Like, I actually want to be with someone. Without that discovery, or no, it's not even a discovery. Without that, what's the right word for it? Without coming to that conclusion on your own, you're not looking for a relationship. That's facts, okay? Don't let any man lie to you. Unless he's actually ready. They use this analogy that men are like a taxi, right? A car, a cab, wherever country you're from. I don't know what word you use. A taxi or a cab. And whoever gets in when the light is on, that's who gets to ride, right? That's who they end up marrying, essentially. You could be the most perfect girl in the world. You could be the best cook. You could be the best girlfriend. You could be the best whatever. Whatever it is you think men want, you could be the best of that, and they still would not wife you up, and they still would not want to be committed, and they still won't want a relationship unless they are ready. So back to what I said at the beginning, in my experience, when a guy starts the conversation with what are you looking for, it's just a huge red flag for me, because you're just trying to scope me out. You're trying to see if I'm down for the casual. That's what I think it is. And the 2-3 times guys I've done that, it's been the same kind of scenario where, you know, the conversation is just overly flirty, or it just goes towards like you know, something dirty, or they're just kind of they're not even making an actual effort to plan a date. So, you know, it's just like boring conversation that has no depth. However, I think when that conversation comes up on a date, when that question comes up on a date, it's actually a different thing. I think it's an all different ball game, because in that instance, the guy is actually like interested in you, if that makes sense. Like, he's actually, you know, sat down with you, he's liked what he's seeing. I don't know, I hope so. Yeah, he likes what he sees, because I heard, you know, countless times that men don't go out with girls they don't find attractive. So if he's sitting down there, he finds you attractive, just, you know, take that off the box. And if he's asking on a date, what are you looking for? I still never really give a definite like relationship, casual, or, you know, see where it goes. See where it goes just pisses me off, because everyone knows that's like code for, it's not even code at this point, we all know the secret. See where it goes is I'm gonna play with you, waste your time, and it's going nowhere, right? But if a guy wants something casual, I feel like he's gonna try and scope you out. He's gonna ask you all these questions to see if, you know, your goals align. Not even a goal at this point, to see if you would be willing to be casual with him. And this advice is only for people that do not want a casual relationship. This advice is for people that actually want something meaningful. And that's what I tell my dates. It's not even a rehearsed answer for me. It's just an answer that I gave someone that asked me this question, and I had to think about it. And at the end of the day, the summary was just, I want something meaningful. I want a meaningful relationship. I want something that just feels good. I want a relationship that I have emotional safety in. I don't have to doubt how you feel about me. I don't have to check your phone. I don't have to go online and see if you're online and you haven't replied my text. I don't have to play all those games of, you know, looking at, are we dating the same guy on whatever, on Facebook. I don't want to have to do any of that. I want emotional safety. Like, that is for me the number one. That is my number one goal that I'm looking for in any sort of relationship I'm in. I'm not gonna be like, oh, I want a relationship by force, by all means necessary. No, the title in itself doesn't mean shit if you can't give me that, if you can't give me emotional safety. If I don't feel safe with you, both physically and emotionally. And the physical thing is just something that I just felt recently, not very recently, but like there's someone I dated that sparked that in me. Before him, I never really cared. Not that I never cared, but I never thought about that physical safety thing. I've never felt it until I was walking down the street with this guy late at night one day, and I thought, oh shit, like, wow. I feel like I could go punch someone right now and my man's got me. I don't know how to say it. Obviously I'm not gonna walk down the street making trouble, but I just felt that, I don't know, it's innate, isn't it? It's biology. You know, back in the day, I sound like I'm old back in the day, but back in the day, men used to fight for women. Like, they would physically fight to win, you know, to win a woman over. They'll fight to death, I think, at some point. So, I don't know, there's just this innate thing as I've grown older that's just grown in me, where I want the leader of the pack. Like I want a manly man, like a grizzly bear, you know. Not a thug. I don't want a thug or a road man or anything. I just want someone that's physically strong. I've just had that, you know, vibe about the men I've been dating recently. They have that vibe, and I'm not attracted to you until you give me that feeling of physical safety, where I'm walking down the street and I actually feel safe with you, that if someone tries it, like, you've got us, right? Obviously I'm not gonna pick, you know, a fight or not run if, you know, there's danger, but if push comes to shove, I want to know that my man can beat the shit out of anyone trying to, you know, mess with me, or, you know, just defend me, protect me. That's it, protect me. And even what's this guy's name? I forgot. Steve Harvey. In that book, he says men want respect and, is it loyalty or something, and women want like protection. What is it? Protect, provide, and profess. That's what women want. We want you to tell us how much, you know, you love us and care about us, and how, you know, what we mean to you. We want you to protect us, both physically and, you know, from if your family members try shit about us, we want you to defend us, right? And what's the other one? Protect, profess, and provide. I like a provider. I like a man that's a provider. Yeah, that's not even news. If you've been listening to my podcast, you know I like men that can take charge and that just, you know, pick up the bill once in a while or every time. I don't mind. Anyway, back to, I feel like I'm going on a tangent. Back to where I'm bringing it to. What are you looking for? It's actually like it's a long list. Like, it's not a question that you should just have a one word answer to, because I feel like if you're just like, oh, I want a relationship, that like your priority is misplaced. Like what you want is not in the right, you're not taking it from the right place. If you're just saying, oh, I want a relationship, that's not coming from the right place, in my opinion. It could be coming from boredom or loneliness or whatever, you know. It's not coming from the right place. For me, what are you looking for? It's such a heavy, like, not that heavy at the same time. It's an easy question, but it's also not very easy, because of course what you're looking for depends on the person that's sitting in front of you. I will go on dates and, you know, I look at the guy and I feel like from the first glance I'll just be like, nope. But obviously, to be nice, I just sit there, try to be nice. Oh my god, you guys, you know how they say, like, once you hit a certain age, like, you just feel differently or you just act differently. 25 is that age for me. Before, not like the exact day of my birthday I woke up and felt differently, but I feel like a couple of weeks leading up to my birthday, and maybe because a bunch of things happened before, like around that time frame, but I tell you for a fact, I am a changed woman. I'm not even joking. There's just a moment for me, or not even a moment of realization, but something just changed in me where I don't F with boys anymore. Like, you don't impress me. You don't impress me. I used this word one time to one of my friends, and I feel like she was a bit shocked. But I was like, I find men underwhelming now. Not all men, but a lot of the times I just go on a date and I find you so underwhelming. I'm like, you're so boring. There's nothing interesting about you. There's no reason for me to be on this date right now. I'm just being polite. But like, yeah, men don't impress me anymore. I think that's a good sign that I just like my life and I'm enjoying being single, and yeah, I've built a good life for myself where it's like I need the addition. I don't need you. I want the companionship, and I don't need you. I don't need this man in my life. So for the first time ever, I actually on the date said I'm going home. I've never done that before. I would usually wait till after the date, get home, be like, you know, I don't feel the chemistry, blah blah blah. But for the first time ever on this date, the guy was asked, so do you want to go to a different bar? And I'm like, no, actually, this is not a match for me. I'm going to go home. And as much as I know that that probably hurt his feelings. That's not a nice thing to say or hear if you're on the other end, but it just needed to be done. Like, the thought of sitting there for another hour or two, going somewhere else for another hour or two, it was just so unappealing to me. I just thought about the K-drama, the Korean drama I can be watching in that moment. And I remember texting my sister, like, okay, the guy went to the bathroom, and I texted my sister, like, I'm so done with this date, I'm gonna come home. And I was like, wow, like that's my charity to me. I've never done that before. And I just felt really proud of myself that I don't F with, no, I don't take shit anymore from nobody. I don't need this. I don't need this nonsense. Like, if you're not it, if you're not giving me what I want, if I don't feel it with you, I'm out. And that's the mindset you should have. A lot of the time, I think we focus on not being too clingy, not being too needy, not being too much. But I think what we should focus on, and what is even more important than that, instead of holding back, what's more important is just knowing that you can leave at any time. Just trusting yourself that you don't need this, right? And I know it's easier said than done, right? When you really like someone, it's harder to just hop and leave. It's harder to just be like, I'm out. This isn't like right for me. This isn't it, right? It's easier said than done. But I think you just need to trust yourself. Like, when it comes to it, I'm going to leave. If you're not giving me what I want, if it's not give it, in the Gen Z term, if this isn't give it what it's supposed to give, I'm out. And I think that's the mindset I've just adopted. That's just made me a lot like stronger, like emotionally. I don't hold back now. If I like someone, I tell them. If I want to see them again, I tell them. If I'm on a date and I'm having fun, I tell them. If they do something I don't like, I tell them. And not in a rude way, of course, with respect, and not even in a way where, because there was a point where I thought, am I just subconsciously chasing away this man because I'm just thinking, like, what are the odds that this is going to be a good date? I was like, am I just jaded? But I realized I wasn't when I went on a date recently that I actually really liked. And I was like, yeah, this is the feeling I'm looking for. This is what I want. Because when you're going on bad dates, you're kind of thinking, am I being too picky? And then you realize you're not, because they do something that you're just like, oh yeah, okay, I was right the first time. Don't doubt your intuition. But when you go on that odd good day, you're like, yeah, like I wasn't crazy. Like, this is a real feeling. And if I don't feel that, I'm out. I really don't give guys second chances anymore. If the first date doesn't go well, I'm out. There's a guy recently that wanted to take me, I say recently, a couple of months back, wanted to take me to like a Weatherspoons adjacent pub. Like, I don't even understand men these days. It's a second date. Like, you should be trying to impress. Where's the courting? Guys don't court you anymore. It's so unimpressive. It's so unattractive. Like, come on now. Give me something. Like, make an attempt to even show me that you want to be with me. And I think the problem now is how much we multi-date. And I get it. Like, if this guy is seeing 5 other people at the same time, of course he's not going to want to invest a lot in that person. But that's none of my business, okay? I don't care about the other girls you're dating. I care about me and how you treat me. And I care about how the date that we're on goes. I don't care about the other girls you're seeing. Show me what you're going to be like with me. Give me the respect I deserve. Give me the attention I deserve. If you know me, you know I like attention. I don't even play about it. Call me, text me, hug me, kiss me, just hold me, just be there. I want to enter your skin. If I like you, I want to crawl into your skin. I want to go in your jumper and stay there, okay? And I'm not even shy about it. Honestly, the older I get, I'm just so much more confident in who I am and what I want. If you don't want that, leave. It's actually okay to leave. It's vice versa. It's not just me being like, I'm out if this isn't suiting me. If you don't like me, leave. That's the way it should be. That really is the way it should be. And I feel like if you adopt that mentality to what are you looking for, we'll be less shy, or, we'll be less reluctant to actually say what we're looking for. Because as women, we try and hide it. We try and play it cool. Playing it cool ain't cool anymore. You're just like wasting your time. You're giving the guy everything he wants while you're not getting what you want. And this isn't gendered. It could be the other way around. But commonly, commonly it's girls that are not getting what they want. They're stuck in this casual situationship with guys, and they're trying to get out of it. And I'm just telling you, think about what you actually want. What are you looking for? And don't be ashamed to just own it. Jared Freed, a podcaster that I really like, one of my faves, is also a comedian. But his podcast is called J Train, and he also is a co-host on the You Up podcast. And he always says, own your standards, own it. If you don't like something, own it. If you really want something, own it, right? If I want a man, I'm owning it. I want a man and I'm owning it. Like, I want a serious thing, not something that's just like, ugh, what's the point? Like I said, it's a waste of my time and my energy, because the relationship takes a lot out of you. Like, it takes a lot of mental capacity, emotional capacity, financial, effort, time, investments, all of that. Like, you're putting so much into this. Don't you want to put it into something that's actually meaningful, something that you actually care about? So what am I looking for? I'm looking for a meaningful relationship, something that could potentially, be like a long-term thing. Someone that I can just be emotionally safe with, I'm physically safe with, someone that I'm happy to call mine, I'm proud of, someone I can point out in the crowd and be like, yeah, that one, that's my man. You know what I mean? Someone I don't have to doubt, any day, any second, how it feels about me. And someone that I'm very confident, like, if he fucks up, I'm leaving. Someone that I don't have to meet, that doesn't give me like that anxious attachment thing where you're like, oh my god, I just texted, oh my god, what did I do wrong? No. Someone that just gives me peace of mind. If you stress me, I block you. Block. Nobody is above blocking, okay? Nobody is above blocking. I block everybody. I'm just saying, and not block even in the physical sense. Just like, if you mess up again, I'm out. So what am I looking for? What are you looking for? I don't know. You tell me. What am I looking for? To summarize, to just round this up, I'm just looking for someone that I can be a good partner to. I'm looking for someone that I can be good to. I'm not everyone's cup of tea. And not everyone will be my cup of tea, but at the end of the day, I just want someone that sees me as like the end all be all. I want someone that sees me as it, like the one, like it doesn't get better than this for them, kind of thing, and vice versa. I want to like the person I'm with so much, love the person I'm with so much, and I'm like, this is it for me, and I don't even care about the other men, looking my way. I don't even look, I don't even notice the other men. That kind of relationship where we're just good to each other and we're just right for each other and we just complement each other. And yeah, someone I can be a good partner to, and someone that can be a good partner to me. And I think that's what everyone should be looking for at the end of the day. And that's it. That's it. Thank you guys so much for listening to this short but I think informative and interesting podcast. If you like this podcast, make sure to subscribe on YouTube, Her Dalton on YouTube, follow on Spotify. If you're listening on Apple, I don't know what you can do there. Share on your Instagram stories, share with your friends, share with the man that's not trying to claim you, and tell him, I'm out. Boyfriend or fuck off. Like they say on You Up podcast again. Boyfriend or fuck off. Okay, see you guys next week. Bye.